Hello from my kitchen. This is a lesson number 10, all about macronutrients. Why you want to count your fats, carbohydrates, and proteins, and how to do it. Why would you want to go into trouble of counting the amount of carbohydrates, fats, and proteins you eat? After all, your body eats foods, right? Not macronutrients. So why? First, most important thing is you want to start counting your macronutrients only after you already have a good whole food, unprocessed foods diet that works for you. Once that is taken care of, you might want to consider counting fats, proteins, and carbohydrates in your food and changing those macronutrients. Why? Because first, you might want to change your body composition further. You might get good results already, but you might want your six-pack or fitness model-like physique. That is reason number one. Reason number two, if you kind of feel that you're not really in control of your appetite and hunger, and you're hungry all the time, or your appetite is all over the place, low carbohydrate diets, for example, tend to improve your appetite control and decrease your hunger. And reason number three is, for example, low carbohydrate diets, well-formulated low carb and high fat diets help a lot of people to fix their metabolism. For example, if you have high blood sugar, or you have high insulin, or some other metabolic issues, or some challenges, then you might consider changing the amount of carbohydrates, fats, and proteins in your diet. So how to count your macronutrients in a simple way so you don't have to have your app with you all the time or count macronutrients in every single meal and have a life kind of. Number one, you want to consider or think about all the meals you usually have. Like, for example, one of my to-go meals is some kind of fresh leafy green salad with olive oil, some protein-rich food, and avocado. Number two, you want to spend some time calculating macros in those meals. So let's take a week. Weigh all your food and calculate using some tables, maybe Google, maybe applications like MyFitnessPal that allows you to track calories. So calculate the amount of nutrients for each of those sample meals that you usually have. Then number three, you want to decide on the strategy. So for example, maybe you want to increase protein if you want to build your muscle. So maybe you want to decrease your carbohydrates if you want to lose more fat and maybe fix your glucose or insulin metabolism. So choose what you want to do with your macros, and then start simply adding foods that have the most macronutrient you want to increase. For example, if you want to increase protein, eat a little bit, maybe fish or chicken or meat, whatever carbohydrate-rich foods you're having, just increase the amount. Whatever you want to decrease, like for example, carbohydrate, start eating less of it. If you want to eat less carbohydrates, start eating less fruits or less potatoes or less grains. So work with food to increase or decrease the amount of certain macronutrient. And the last, to make it work for your whole life, whenever you go somewhere, whenever you eat out, whenever you're having a different meal, just imagine that picture of your ideal macros meal, all those meals that you've already calculated, and just replace what you had in that meal with similar food. So for example, if you had some vegetables there, then substitute it with similar vegetables, starchy or non-starchy. If you had some kind of meat there, then substitute it with the meat that is available to you right now. If that was fat, like for example avocado, and you have nuts available, then substitute it like that. So make substitutions with food and don't count any macros. And that's it for lesson number 10. Stay tuned tomorrow for lesson number 11, all about the most popular and most impactful working diets of 2018.